Oh, buenos nachos, mi amigos. Que paso? Kate, you were first. And for the longest time, you were the only. What's going on, Carlos? Hello, my lord. Hello, lady. What up, T-Bone? Amazing day. Man. I remember amazing days. PT kicked your booty. Yeah. Hello, Durbit. It's true. Durbit, top 10 hugs on the planet. And there's like 8.5 billion people on the planet. So, I mean, the math says it. What up, Hellbolt? Love you, man. What do I got? I got a little scotch. A little scotchy scotch. Yum, yum, yum. Just like the title says, Thursday is for scotch and comics. Oh. Every day is an amazing day when you're Lord Brownie. Well, I mean, you're the Lord. All the peasants are like, yeah, I'd rather be the Lord. Well, Kate, we figured we had to. All right, so thank you. Everybody, all the major names are in there, with the exception, obviously, of Kate Crawford and Frank Cho. Now, the reason we didn't add Frank Cho to that box is because we were only able to score 5 Frank Cho books. Every other time we went to go see him, he was either out to lunch or he was in like 3 different panels. So we never got to go back and got the rest of the books we originally wanted signed by Frank to be signed. So we are holding the Frank Cho's back a little bit. We're scaling them back a little bit. We're going to save those for a more rainy of a day. There is a lot there. There is a lot. So we had to get, obviously, we're going to put an Otley in there because the guy is absolute fire right now. We had to put J. Scott. The X-Men number 1s that are in that break right now are being sold for $90 raw. They are in the 200 plus range, graded 9.8 plus range. That's what I wanted to say. Don't believe me? Go look it up. It is pretty bonkers how insane the prices for J. Scott Campbell are. The mystery box. Listen, Ryan Otley's so cool. I want to hang out with him. I want to be his friend. His wife was very nice too. I did not get yelled at by his wife. So that's a plus. Giggity, oh God, he said raw. Yeah, the mystery boxes were sold out day 2. I bought 4 of the last 7. Because I said that is kind of when we pitched. I was like, hey Doug, we need to do an Amazing Kong mystery break. That's going to have an Otley in there and everybody and Jeff Loeb, who is not only a writer in comics, a writer in movies and TV. Trust me, you've seen something he's written. You don't even know it yet. Did you ever see Teen Wolf, the original? Yeah, Jeff Loeb wrote that. Did you ever watch Heroes, the TV show? Yeah, that was also Jeff Loeb. Teen Wolf 2? Hey, listen, they're going to hire the original writer to do the sequel. It wasn't as good as the first one, but he wrote it. You probably saw it. I would argue, of the mystery boxes I saw there that I watched get open, we opened 3 ourselves. And yeah, the value was definitely there. One thing I did forget to mention in the write up, because I did the write up, one thing I did forget to mention is it's first come, first serve. You get to actually choose whichever one you want. I may have forgot to mention that. So whoever buys first, I will show them all three packages, and they get to choose. But no, I dig the mystery boxes. I like a blind box. And I knew the name of all. Once I deciphered the signature, I knew who each of those three signatures we got in there. Now, according to the sign that they had, there is a Michael Turner signed cover somewhere in one of those. I don't know if anybody pulled it. I am hoping it's in one of the three that we have. Jimmy is pretty good. Jimmy, for those who don't know, it's not my Jimmy. Jimmy, her Jimmy, the Jimmy that ran the con. I can't breathe. Mommy. Oh, what else? We did some shopping today. T-Bone and I followed up on some more graded comics. We are pretty confident that sometime in the next week and a half, we are going to have a really nice graded comic break, signed, certified, and delivered. You should have a cocktail. Listen, if you're not working, you should be having a cocktail. Even if it's a mocktail, you should just be getting some tail right now. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. All the sketch comics came back in 9.8. Well, there you go. My goodness. Oh, I gotta follow up with Lee. Lee has my or not Lee. Lee doesn't. We submitted, and Lee has the email. My Daniel Gonzalez. Yeah, graded comics are way too fun. They're so easy to store and collect. You just stack them up. Or Steve and Maddie have a really cool, like, lean-to shelf above their doorway that is made, that really works well standing up 9.8 graded comics. So they have all of their SIG series up above their walkway in their house. Yeah, now I can't talk about that yet. Dag nabbit. I hate having insider information and then not being able to talk about it. Yeah, I better not. Yeah, no, I really can't on this one. This one isn't one that, like,
A little bottle of water. A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
thanks, Kate. I needed that. I can't because it doesn't just involve me. It's not just me on this one. Ooh, smells like midnight blue citrus. Boy, that alcohol cleans out the nostrils. All right, let me see what I got over here. I got that and I got that. Excuse me. Carbonated water gives me the burpees. Okay. So, There is a break, an original art break coming up, I believe, next week. It's going to be, now that all of the pieces have finally arrived, cell service. You may have heard us kind of hint about this over the last year. But amazing artist Don Ho has come up with some Star Wars original pieces of art that we are mixing with original movie cells from Star Wars. I'll give you an example. Oh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? A god amongst men.
You just got dangled.
Brian Kaiser Tillman is here. Give it up for Kaiser. What up, man? How are you doing? How is the family? I hope everyone is well. Too kind, man. Listen, I am not even doing you the proper service. Doing well, good. Hey, man, get it. So, this is original 70 millimeter. Big ol' widescreen. It's real. They are in these awesome little cases. They are official Disney Showcase collection. They're real. This one's mine, obviously. It's the moment right before Lando gets choked. They are official Star Wars original. This is when Lucasfilm still had something to do with it. You had me until you mentioned Disney. Well, it's only because technically Disney made the cases. This is 1997. This is before the buyout. This is when they were just working together. Chef, I think, has the only one. Hey, Durbit, thanks. Appreciate you. I hug you. Huggies. I do. I like hugs. I like them a lot. This one is mine. This is my personal one. Because obviously Lando. These are not facsimiles. These are all real 70 millimeter cuts from different scenes in the films. So we are going to have one of these and an original piece of art from Don Ho in a little package here. Oh man, listen, the convention was awesome. We got to meet a couple of new artists. We got to see Kate. We got to eat. Listen, Kaiser, I don't know if you really follow Asian culture at all, Ninja Master. But there's these things called soup dumplings that may have changed my life. I may have tried to figure out how to make them and realized I will never be able to make them. So I discovered soup dumplings thanks to Kate and Denny. Nah, I don't know anything about Asian culture. Not at all. Got to meet Ryan Otley, who is one of the nicest fellows on the planet. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I had a good conversation with everybody there. I had a good long conversation with Ryan Otley. I had a good long conversation with J. Scott Campbell, which, by the way, I did not think he'd want to actually just shoot with me, but he was super happy to shake my hand and talk about art and women, and by that I mean the women he draws. It was stunning that he's like, I just asked him a quick question, and he's like, Yeah, hey man, that's a really great question. Like I was the only person on the planet. Jeff Loeb also really generous with his time and talking about his experience as a writer and him writing movies as well as TV series and talking about writing comic books and how he just kind of he reads a couple of books that was written right before they want him to jump in, and then he just jumps in and goes. It was really great. It was really great, man. It's not very often you can go to a con where you can have massive names like those, and let's be honest, those are massive names in the industry right now. Jeff Loeb is doing the Batman Hush series. If you don't know about the Batman Hush, it is being raved about. It is a darker, more mysterious, more detective-y, comic-y style Batman that came out a while ago. Well, it started a while ago. It's still ongoing, technically. But to kind of be able to chat with the guy behind Hush is awesome. So, man, I honestly... Here's the only thing. I wish it wasn't in Vegas. And hear me out. I wish it wasn't in Vegas because there's so many things that can sidetrack you in Vegas. And I would have rather have been like, I have nothing to do other than be at the con. Now, don't get me wrong. I was at the con for almost every moment that it was live, with the exception of I did take a 3-hour nap because I'm old. They have one in Hawaii. I don't think we can convince Doug to let us go to Hawaii. That's never gonna happen. I shouldn't say never. It's extremely unlikely that's gonna happen. And then on top of that, we would have to convince Doug to let that happen. Then you have to convince Mrs. the Breaker to let me go without her. That's not gonna happen. So I wish it was in a smaller podunk town, because I feel like everyone would be less distracted. That's the two, Vegas and Hawaii. Yeah. Comic Con, they're doing a Comic Con in Europe now. They're doing one in Spain. It is going to be the first official European Comic Con, like international Comic Con, through Comic Con International. And I believe it's going to be in Spain. I love Spain. I've been to Spain before. I had some of my most memorable European moments are in Spain. Some of my most talked about European moments happened in Spain. So if I was to be sent to Spain for work, I would not be upset. I do love me some Spain. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, it was good. We had fun. We bought so much stuff. So much stuff. All of this over here is part of it. Some of the stuff that is in signed, sealed, delivered that we saw already was part of it. There's a giant stack of graded and ungraded comics over there. That was part of it. You know, there's a graded comic in here. I feel like I should show everybody. Don't look, Trevor. All right, who stole it? Huh. Really? It's gotta be like that, huh? No, 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 no. Oh, I think Trevor has it. Trevor does have it. So the one I wanted to show you is not here. Trevor has it. But there is a second one that I want to show you.
It's a trap!
Technically, that is assigned and remarked. Because he put a little face. So technically, it's a remark. Yeah. Yet to come. We have a couple. We have a couple to go through. Told you, we went there as buyers, and boy did we buy. But this one is going to be fun. Of course, it won't be that one, because that one's mine. We bought those about a year ago, and we sorted through, truthfully, probably about 500 of those to find only the best sells. We didn't care much about the actual like paper like frame. We wanted to find the best, most iconic sells from the films that we could to maximize the wow factor of those. And we had to go through probably like maybe it was like 500. It had to be close to 500. They weren't all Star Wars. We were digging through a lot of different genres. And we asked guy like, yo, how do you get all of these? And he says it was an estate. Somebody that worked for that particular company passed away and had a stockpile of those because they were also the distributor. And he just swooped in and bought them all. And we're like, all of them? He's like, I have a garage full of these. Now I had a garage full of these. He goes, over the years I've dwindled it down to a few thousand, and I bring the choice ones here. So, yeah. What up, Paul? How are you doing? Paul, you should have seen Jimmy's face when he realized he was playing with your wife. He's like, Paul's wife plays games? I was like, Paul's wife does play games. And the Xbox and PlayStation. He was showing me that y'all were your squad was just racking up victory royales in the Royale Blitz. Speaking of upcoming artwork, I don't think you're ready for what Paul Maitland has to share. If you do not watch Paul's streams, then you are going to
So
be.
we're just done with phrasing, right? That's not a thing anymore.
It's true. You are going to be shocked with some of the crazy things he has coming out. It is delicious. It is delicious. Lord Brownie, your gift is delicious. That's where it is. I've been taking it slow. Savoring, if you will. What else do I have to show you? I really don't have anything else to show. T-Bone had to take it all home with him. His is a 17-hour round trip drive. So he has to take things in bundles so that he doesn't have to do it more than once. But they will be back by next week. There's a delay? I have not lost a single frame yet. Yeah, it says 0 frames lost. Let me check this. What does this say? It says nothing. What does this say? Also says nothing. Spent the day watching Red Bull Soapbox. Oh, snap. My shipment from Rebel Art Design is en route. The pins finally came in. Oh, yeah. I should get them by Monday. I don't have anything on my end that should be slowing us down. Jimmy's not here eating up any of the bandwidth. Oh well. Can't help you there. The only thing I can say is try to refresh, because according to my computer on my end, everything is fine. T-Bone, what else do we have here that we can spoil that you don't have? Oh, more than likely. I really think Trevor has taken everything. I don't think I have anything left. Is it good? It's good now? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could show you, not that anybody would care, but I have zero point 0.0 frames lost per second. Usually, if there's a lag, it'll tell me I'm dropping frames. I'm not. It's not me. It's not me, my lord. The almond farmers. It's yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna get into California politics right now because all politics are a mess. It's safer to stay away. Big news. Get sponsored to stream with Streamlabs. No, nobody wants to sponsor me. I'm just a fat guy with a mustache and glasses. I have limited entertainment value. I'm more of a bore. Here's what I want to do. So, on my other channel, I do want to start gaming again because now James and I are off in the mornings for the most part, with exception of therapy. And it would be a lot of fun. The only problem is I can't game with James. I have to look into it. I'd have to see if I can game with him because he's under 13. I think if it's my account and he's just my guest, I'm allowed to, but I'd have to look into the California laws. California is very strict on even your own kids having screen time because of the exploitation in Hollywood. So, I'll have to do some research. But I would love to fire up the other channel again and play some video games. It would mostly be Fortnite and Marvel Rivals. Because I don't think James and I play anything else. We can't do Fallout 76 because the accounts don't cross over. There's no crossover. I tried to boot in through my Xbox login on the computer, and it would not allow me to access my data from Xbox. It said I had to start at level 1. I don't think either James or I would be willing to lose our character for the sake of streaming. It's probably Overwatch with a Marvel skin. I never played Overwatch because the minute it became popular, I decided I don't want to do what's popular. Like, what is this Overwatch thing? Oh, everybody's playing it. Everybody, you say? I'm out. Hard stop. Actually, it's a lie. I might have played one game. I think I played one game, won, was the MVP, and said, this sucks, and never played it again. I think I was a gerbil in a mech suit. Durbin plays Overwatch. Yeah, I can't. I try to stay away from the things that everyone else plays. I'm trying not to be mainstream. Heaven forbid it's revealed that I am better than everyone else at video games, and then like people want me to be famous. I don't want to be famous. I want to be in the middle. I want to be recognizable, but nobody really knows my name. You want to be infamous? Well, there's that. When I lived in Buffalo, I was infamous. From around 2008 till about... No, not 2008. 2008? Yeah. From about 2008 till about 2000... 12. I was synonymous with the downtown area. Carlos knows. Carlos knows my haunts. For those who are new, I used to run a nightclub in Buffalo. And it was one of those things where literally going from being the bouncer, working way up to being a bar back to a bartender to an assistant manager and then eventually managing. And Buffalo being starved for famous people other than Sabres and Bills. If you were a place of prominence like a lawyer or a bar owner or even a bartender or bouncer in some cases, you were a celebrity in Buffalo. So I drank for free anywhere I wanted to go. I'd eat for free at most of the downtown restaurants because everybody wanted a free tab at my nightclub. So I can say I definitely lived in infamy for half a decade. And now I sell original art and comic books. So there you go. That's where infamy gets you. It gets you into comics and art. If you were playing on your Uncomfortable Truth account, every time you kill someone, you should just drop an awkward, uncomfortable fact. Should the chance your cat will get feline AIDS is 12-1. Oh, there you go. I mean, I'm not married to that name. That name is just there. I could come up with something darker, and then every time I kill somebody, have like something else happen. I could listen. If there's one thing I can do, it is to hold on to a shtick for way longer than it needs to be hung on to. I would be more than happy to find a shtick, hang on to it, and people will be like, oh my God, I don't want this guy to kill me anymore because it's the same thing over and over again. To which I reply, yes, here's another. I'm way too tired. Thank you, sir. May I have yeah. I'd have to think about that. I wish the name Captain Obvious was available. Because then every time I killed somebody, I'd be like, I killed you. You're dead now. And I would just repeat the same line over again. I killed you. You're dead now. And every time I died, I just be like, I died. What would be an uncomfortable truth to tell somebody? Now you have to go back to the spawn area. Depends on the game. So, I'll happily guest on your channel. Thank you, Paul. Paul, you and I on my channel would be rated X. The average belly button harbors over 60 different species of bacteria. There are bugs living in your eyes as we speak. The term drink the Kool-Aid came from the Jonestown massacres. Look that one up. Paul, I would love for you and I to just be all liquored up playing a game. That sounds like a really good time. I have a feeling, Paul, people would subscribe to that channel. I have a sinking feeling people would subscribe to you and I, liquored up, playing games, and just telling it like it is, unfiltered. It would be a very blue channel. Kate's like, X-rated, I'm in. You've already got Donkey Sean. I don't know, that would spread you a little too thin. I think you'd have to choose. And Donkey's too cool to get rid of. You just wouldn't want him to punch you. I would research you to kill and hear the facts. I want this guy to kill me just so I can. I'd have to get ready for like every stream. I'd have to write down like 100 uncomfortable truths, and be like, "You died, and so did X amount of people in Rwanda in 1997." He's like, "Yeah, instant sub, instant sub." It wouldn't be hard, Paul. I'm easy to break on stream. You're only allowed to game one night a week? Oh, my God, that's too much. Half a night. What up, Don? Lilia is officially a high school graduate. Congratulations, bud. Oh, I just got a pop-up. Ooh. Lucy Darling is doing a residency. Oh my God, she deserves the MGM. God bless her. Well, I know what I want for my birthday. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., her tickets go on sale. If you don't know who Lucy Darling is, she is a magician, and I would say also comedian. She is fantastic. 50 million kangaroos in Australia and only 3.5 million people in Uruguay. If kangaroos decided to invade Uruguay, each person would have to fight 14 kangaroos. Yeah, but how many of those are babies? Yes, Don knows. Don knows. Lucy Darling is freaking amazing. I absolutely love her character. I know it's a character. I follow her non-character account. She is brilliant. And I say that without any hint of mockery. She is brilliant. Lucy is awesome. I'm actually going to share with you her Instagram page because everybody needs to know about her. She is a magician first and a comedian second. She works a crowd like very few people can. What am I looking for? Instagram. Wow. Maybe the Scotch before I went live was the one I should have skipped. Boop, boop. I believe this is her official one. And if not, you're out. I'm just saying, she's pretty awesome. I usually watch her. I usually go to her real page. This is her character. Obviously, it's a wig. She's awesome. I follow her regular one. And that's where I tend to get all of her, like, behind the scenes stuff. She is spectacular. I have no problem. And Doug is a fan of magic. He is more than happy to support a magician. She is hilarious. And she is a very good magician. That's her at the Magic Castle. So yeah, she is spectacular. So now that I know that she is going to be doing a feature in at the MGM, although it's probably going to be really stupid expensive because it's the MGM now. But good for her, bad for me. So, yeah, that's what I want for my birthday. I'm going to tell Mrs. The Breaker. Does she have a show on my birthday? Hold on. If that's a thing, y'all are not going to see me on my birthday. No, her earliest show is 2 days after my birthday. It would have to be a belated birthday present. All right, let's see if does this lead me to the price? Doesn't even give a preview price. That's terribly scary. It's going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive. What is your name and what do you do? It'll be like, my name is DC and it's complicated. She would pick on me just because of the mustache. Yeah, her crowd work is great. She's very quick-witted. All right, enough talking about them. Let's talk about us. I have to say DC the Breaker? Oh, man. Yeah, that would definitely cause a response. Or it would be, what is your name? DC. What do you do? I'm a breaker. That would make her highlight reel. Nickel City Con is on. Hey, listen, Mickey Dolenz, I believe, is there with the Monkey Mobile. Kind of jealous. Not gonna lie. So Don is talking about the con that is in Buffalo, Nickel City Con. It used to be run by a company I used to work for, but then they sold it to another company with a deal stating that they will in perpetuity be the official sponsor of the show, even though they no longer own it. And the Nickel City Con has an unbelievable number of famous people that are going to be in it this year. Danny Trejo is going to be there. Beverly D'Angelo, Ray Park. A lot of the cast of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Tatiana Ali, Karen Parsons, Janet Hubert. Michael Bain is going to be there. John Hader. Steve Cardenas, the red Power Ranger. Karen Ashley, the yellow Power Ranger. Yeah. Walter Koenig from Star Trek. Sam Jones from The Flash. I'm skipping the people that suck. Mindy Sterling. You would know Mindy if you saw her. Lots of goodies. Ric Flair, Jeff and Matt Hardy, Trish Stratus, Lita, Carlito, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, JBL, Ron Simmons. Heck yeah. James O'Barr, Guy Gilchrist, Steve Geiger. Of course, Steve is going to be there. Steve's a friend of mine. I've known Steven for 20 years. All right, man, tell her I said hi. Chips, Mary 3, 4. Yep. Dukes, them Duke boys. Ari Lehman of Friday the 13th fame. You know, Don, they're looking for sponsors. Wouldn't it be fun to sponsor Nickel City Con? I would put Kaiser and Dr. Hernandez front and center. They would be aisle 1, booth 1 and 1B. And they'd be next to each other, and people would have to see them the moment they walked into the place. It would be the Doctor and Kaiser. We would get Carlos a booth. It would be, it would be down the hall a little bit. It wouldn't be right next to Kaiser. But Carlos, you'd be like maybe 2 down. I would have to fit Steve Geiger in there too, because he's my friend. But Carlos would have a booth. Carlos would be pumping out some artwork, making some loose change. Put some rims on the caddy. Put Katie Bear next to the bathrooms. Hey, listen, you leave her small bladder out of this. That is unfair. She is not here to defend herself. So mean. Carlos doesn't need rims on the caddy. They're already awesome. He's like, I'll take it. Thank you. We'll get a red rope licorice dispenser above the passenger seat. Just like the Mirthmobile. We will convert his back seat into like a daybed where he hits a button and like the thing just slides flat. And it's like a full-sized mattress in the back of the caddy. Oh, goodness. Let me get that off of my screen. What's tomorrow? The 27th? So that means 28th, 29th, 30th. So that means Tuesday is the 1st. Wednesday is the 2nd. Thursday is the 3rd. Friday is the 4th. My anniversary is Thursday, a week from today. I should probably order the flowers now. Yeah. I'll do that when I get off screen. All right. What is this? I don't need that. I don't know. I think we might be done. Does Steve Geiger know you work for... I haven't talked to Steve in probably 3 years. Steve and I were actually developing a comic book together. And then I moved. So I don't know that he knows that I'm in the industry now. Are you working, Don, or are you at home? I don't know if he would even know me as DC the Breaker. Oh, okay, your home because graduation. So when I worked with him, it was just Dave. It wasn't even DC. Then for a while, it was David Barcelona, because that's what you name yourself when you're in the nightclub industry. Your last name becomes the name of the place you run. So for a while, it was David Barcelona, which does have a really nice ring to it. Just Dave. It sounds so sad. Yeah, I wasn't DC yet. Ha! Ha ha! Yeah, I don't think we could afford him, Don. Don, you and I would have to have a more private conversation about that. These are the Daves I know. All right, who's streaming? Ooh, Be It Easel. Oh, it's her birthday? Like, we kind of have to now. Yeah, Prue's there. I want to guilt Prue into seeing us tomorrow. That's what we'll do. It's not how you spell raid. That's how you spell raid. All right. We're going to raid. She's doing drawings. Plus, she's way more entertaining than I am. Like, way more entertaining than I am. I wish I could be half as entertaining as Be It Easel is. All right, folks. I love each and every one of you. Take care of yourselves and each other so we can do this again tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a little bit more fun tomorrow. Maybe it'll be a little less quiet in the casa. In the meantime, we are going to hang out with Be It Easel. She is lovely. She is one of my favorite streamers on the planet. I don't care who hears me say it. It's true. Let's see what she's up to. Good night, everybody.
Great.